just like a friend from back home.
This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.
PHLV Radio.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to PHLB Radio. Alam mo ba with Josh Andowit? If you're watching us in the Pacific, it is 9:10 p.m. on a beautiful Friday night. But if you are watching us here in the Philippines, where I'm currently at, it's a beautiful. It's not as hot anymore because I guess it's the December and it's the holiday season, and it is exactly at 1:10 p.m. in the afternoon, and a beautiful Saturday afternoon. So as always, if you are having lunch or you had lunch with your friends, family, loved ones, significant others, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. And if you're watching us in different parts of the world, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And for our team replay and our team share, happy viewing sa inyo and good day. Yan. Nako, this will be an interesting topic. I was supposed to do an interview with another celebrity today, but because of the pressing topic, I think this is timely because it is all over the place now and a lot of people are being scammed. Nako, yung mga scanner natin, mga scammers. Naku, tigil-tigilan niya yan. But we'll go delve into that in a minute. But for now, we are live on PHLB Radio YouTube channel. So if you're watching, if you are not a subscriber yet, please do like, share, and subscribe. And simultaneously, we are live on different platforms, namely Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course, our latest edition is Amazon Music. And we're simultaneously live also on PHLB Radio Facebook page. Yan. And if you're using Alexa, just say, Alexa, play PHLB Radio. And if you're using Amazon Fire TV, just look for PHLB Radio channel. As always, you could always log on also to our website, which is www.phlbradio.com. Yeah, nako. This is so timely right now. So please, we're going to show you some messages coming from different banks. We're going to show you, and we're giving you tips as well and some suggestions on how to fight all these scammers. Ang kapal ng mga mukha ng mga to. Grabe. At sadly, I am one of the victim of this, or at least they use my identity to victimize some of my friends. And luckily, some of, I would say 90% of my friends on Facebook or on Messenger or even on email, they kind of know how I write, how I speak, and they were able to identify that this might be fraudulent, and they were able to call me, and we were able to correct it. But I think I would say one or two people were able to victimize, and they were able to get hold of their bank account, which I will be discussing with you today. So importante po na makinig kayo para ipapakita namin. I will show you, of course, the messages we got, and they look so legit. Some are coming from banks, mga bangko po. At there's always the link that you need to click in or to click at and to log in. Don't do that. So we'll show that to you, all these messages what we got, and we're going to discuss that. So sadly, some of them are really, if not all, are either coming from a country in Africa or let's call it Nigeria. And then then some of them, majority, are coming, guess what, from our own country, the Philippines. And some of them are talking in Tagalog. It's a guy or a girl calling you as if parang friends na kayo. And please be aware. Happy viewing, Kepeng. Tamayo, hi Peng. I missed you. I was not able to see you at the Jep Rocks the musical. But nonetheless, ito magandang topic for today, yung mga scammers dyan. Especially, they're rampant right now. They're prevalent right now. They're all over the place on the net, online. So especially now with technology comes with this horrible people. Now, palang ang kakapal ng muka. They victimize Filipinos as well. Sabi nga, ang sumisira sa ating lahi ay kalawang na tayo rin ang gumagawa. Si Ems is watching us from Manila. So happy viewing sa iyo. At doon sa mga, just stay tuned because papakita namin ng different messages na I am positive, I'm 100% positive, all of us who will be watching or watching right now this particular episode of Alam Mo Ba, one time or another, naka-receive kayo ng mga messages na ganito. And I already talked and called those institutions and banks and to verify whether the authenticity of this texts, and you will be amazed on the information I got. So, ganito po ang nangyari. Let me tell you the story. So be careful. Okay, some people, we thought that all our Yahoo Messenger, our Google account, our bank account, they're really, really secured. Hackers now are very intelligent. It's so sad to point out na sayang because these people who are supposed to be savvy when it comes to they're very great or very awesome when it comes to technology. Instead of doing good deeds for humanity, they're using it for their own personal gain. And let me tell you what had happened. Of course, I'm currently in Manila and not in my home base, which is Los Angeles. And I got a call from a good friend from Carson, California, in Carson, and was asking if I had sent a message. And I said, what message? And this was happening 3 a.m. Philippine time. So obviously, if it's a.m. or madaling araw, it's happening in LA. It's like in the afternoon. So this friend of mine said the message was done in Tagalog, and the way it was written, it really doesn't sound like me. So there was already a suspicion. So luckily, she's very smart because she's really into computers as well. So instead of texting me, she called me to my regular phone. And I have no idea whatsoever what's going on. And lo and behold, when she sent me the message, it came from me. Supposedly it came from me. So evidently they were able, this hacker or hackers were able to get my identity and get hold of my messenger, Facebook Messenger, and they were able to send different messages to my contact list. Okay, and because I was totally was not aware of there is already something going on, so I was sitting pretty, thinking, life is same, only to find out there were already messages sent out, and this is one message that was sent out. Yo, can you show it? It say, hi, kamusta ka? Okay, and then we'll show that to you. And a lot of my people or a lot of my friends on my contact list, they practically get the same message. And I know for a fact that it did not only happen to my messenger, but it also happened to many of us. It's in Tagalog. It was sent to my contact list, pretending to be me who's sending this out. And hopefully you would be able to show that on screen. And it would say, okay, I'll tell you what it says. There you go. This was the message, and this was, I already spliced it up. It says, hi, everyone. So it means, as we know, if it's everyone, it goes to all your contact list. And some of them, they're very personalized. For example, it would say, hi, Joe Schmo, or hi, Mildred, or hi, whoever. And then it says, kamusta? May tatanong sana ako, may alam ka bang online money transfer na magandang gamitin and reliable? Mag-sign up sana ako. Di pa kasi ako makapag-transfer sa Remitly ko eh. Okay. That is the message that was sent to majority, if not all, of my contact list. Okay? Kasi nga, whoever this one, they were able to get in to my messenger. Okay? And I'll tell you how they did it. And this is so amazing. And I'll go you to the process. So if any of you would receive message like that, please do not respond, because 2 or 3 of my friends who maybe they were worried about me because they have not seen me for a while, they did answer, sumagot. Nagsagot sila, and you got to remember, it was already dawn here, so madaling araw here. So obviously, I don't have I'm not logged on, but they were able to pretend that they're talking to Josh or they're talking to me. So they answered. When they answered remotely, or they answered because I asked what is the money remittance they're using, or Zoom. Right after they typed that, Zoom or remotely, they got a call. Somebody called right away. They called the number on the list through Messenger, right? And they started conversation. And they would say, oh, Pilipino ba po kayo? Kasi po maraming salamat sa pag-refer nyo o pag-mention nyo ng say, ang ginamit, yung isang friend ko ginamit, Zoom. Sabi niya, dahil po sa pag-refer nyo kay Mr. Josh Anduit, meron po kayong reward. The reward says it will be between $50 to $100. Right? So, siyempre, in this day and age, $50 or $100, that's very enticing, right? So if you are not, and then the sad part about it too, like this particular scenario, the ladies pretended to be calling from Zoom.com, which is a money remittance company, and they were able, and this is the funny part, which we're still having an investigation done, and I'm asking the help of the NBI. They were able to identify yung mga transfers, the Zoom.com transfers that were done by this particular friend of mine. So the level of confidence now na build up. Kasi how would this person know, or would know the transfers that they did for their family back in the Philippines, right? So na-build yung confidence. So sinabi, oh, nagpapadala ka pala sa certain province, minention yung province, say kunyari, for this purpose of explanation, for example, nagpapadala ka pala sa Quezon City, nagpapadala ka pala. And those are friends and family nila nung ini-scam. And of course, tapos sabi pa, ginamit mo pala yung bank account mo, say Bank of America or Wells Fargo or Chase, na ang ending nung account number mo are kunyari 4576, right? Pero hindi kumpleto yung number because naka-black out yon. Now, this is what I was talking to some NBI friends of mine. How were they able to go in? Is it a possibility that there is a bridge of data bridge doon sa mismong Zoom? Or maybe is it possible that it was an inside information that they were able to access as well the data of Zoom? So anyways, yung tinawagan niyang tao, siyempre na-build na yung confidence, right? When they build, the confidence was built na parang, talaga palang Zoom nito. So they were asking, kasi po yung reward nyo na $50 to $100, idadagay po namin sa inyong account. So siyempre, ikaw thinking na Zoom nga ito, they're talking Tagalog, they were able to identify your past transactions, binigay ngayon yung series ng bank account. On top of that, dahil tiwala, sabi, may papadala pong code. There is an OTP code or may code na ipapadala sa inyo ngayon, and please do let me know. Naka-hold yung tao sa kabilang line, pretending to be Zoom, right? Now, that being said, siyempre kung yung tinawagan nila na friend ko, confident na Zoom nga yun. So lo and behold, naibigay yung 4 digits na number doon sa tao na yon. And that's where all this thing came about. Okay? Buti na lang na agapan ng husband niya kasi the husband is very well versed in computer. So parang firstly the husband and the wife, they know me really well. And the way I text Okay, so I'm not gonna give that out para hindi malaman ng possible scammers if they're watching right now, kapal ng mukha mo. Okay, thick skin ka at may karmang darating din sa'yo. Mag-intay ka lang. Or itong kumpanya na to, because we were able to identify where they are, who they are, at karma is just it's just knocking on your door soon. Okay, now, ang nangyari, the husband interfered, and when they checked, ito yung nakakatakot, when they checked their Zoom account, ang dami ng mga transactions already laid out na ipapadala na. Meaning, because of course in Zoom or any remittance company, nakatie up yan sa bank account nyo. Diba? Now, nung nakatie up yan, nakalatag na. It's already set up para to send all those money out from that particular Zoom.com account. Ay buti na lang naagapan because of the time difference. They were able to cancel all those transactions. Hindi pa siya na-implement. With a couple of hours left in the game, kung na-transact na yon, it would look like it was a legitimate order to transfer the money out of their particular Zoom account to other people. Diba how scary that could have been? Luckily, very smart yung couple. Now that they kind of figure out that they were scammed, they were able to cancel all those pending transactions, the transfer money remittances. And the sad part is it took the whole day because, of course, you have to call the bank, you have to do that. And as we all know, majority of us, we do online banking now. We do a lot of things online. We pay our bills, we pay, all interconnected na yan. So the trouble that the couple, my friends in Los Angeles was, it took them almost the whole day of the following day just to iron things out. They have to go to the bank, they have to close their account, they have to issue another one. It is just too much of an effort. At ito ay nagsimula lang because they were able to hack my Facebook account, okay? And we'll show you mga things that they did. And luckily, thanks to my friend Irene, in Carson, siya yung unang nagtawag sa akin to let me know na may messages coming from my messenger post, messenger messages na natanggap niya. And so I literally jump up my bed and see where it went and what happened and how they were able to get hold of my messenger. So be very, very, very careful, and I'll teach you also what I did. Okay? Teka muna, before anything else, nako, marami pa tayong tips at makikita niyo mga messages coming from banks. We're able to collect those as well. Hold on, Teka, sabi ni Peng Tamayo, hi po, o nga po, hindi tayo nagkita sa JEPROX. You are here po. Always take care. Okay. Tapos si Melson, Melson Sanchez is watching us from Hawaii. Hi Sir Josh, happy holidays. God bless you. Tapos si Gemma Garcia Cabrera watching us from Houston, Texas. Gem, watch ka lang kasi this is very important. Ang daming nabibictimize ng mga walang kwentang scammer na to. Ang dami-daming, ay nako, grabe. Daming scammer talaga, sabi ni Gemma. Scammer are out kasi holidays na naman. Yeah, and Nelson, hindi lang holidays, they're everywhere. And the sad part is, mismong mga Pilipino pa ang gumagawa nito. I knew about other people from Nigeria doing this, but now, napakarampant na mga Pinoy mismo at itong mga kalawang na itong kapal ng muka. Kainis, nakakanginig ng buto, ng laman. Oh, sabi ni Peng, sabi niya, oh my God, scammers real. Super talaga, Peng. Tapos si June Ong, si June, sabi niya, hello kuya. Yeah, now this watching. And then, of course, my friend Gilda from Carson, California is watching as well. So anyways, balik tayo sa kwento, right? So it was such a trouble for my friends in Los Angeles to do everything, a lot of things para maibalik yung kanilang account. Pero the trouble that they have to go through is just unimaginable. Okay, nakita niyo yung message na supposedly pinadala ko to my contact list, right? So automatically, naisip ko kaagad, paano nila na-hold nakapasok sila sa Messenger. And I called Facebook and they told me there's a way sometimes that they could infiltrate, they could get in kasi nga magaling talaga itong mga hayop na hackers na to. And if you show the second screen, what I did was automatically sinyak down ko lahat. Okay, first step, when you are scammed o nakapasok sila sa inyong Facebook page, nakapasok sila sa Messenger, nakapasok sila sa Yahoo account niyo or Google account, shut everything up. I-down nyo agad, mag-log out kayo in all your equipment because I think it is a habit of ours. Di ba when you use Yahoo Mail, when you use Google Mail, when you use Facebook, it's just sign in there, di ba? Hindi kayo nagsasign in sana kasi nga most of us were thinking, who's gonna hack us anyway? Hindi naman nangyayari sa inyo. Pero kasi what they suggested, every time you use a certain a certain program or kunyari Facebook, you need to log out right after use it. But honestly, how many of us would do that? A lot of us naka-sign in tayo perpetually, right? And that's where the problem would happen. Because nakaka-hack talaga itong mga hacker. Sabi ko nga, ang tatalino nitong mga hackers na to, but they could have used it for good purpose. Pero talagang sobrang kahayupan, sobrang kapala ng muka, and so on and so forth, that they rather do the easy money, the easy route, which nakakainis at nakakaginig ng laman. So we'll show you. So what I did, I shut down, I logged off from all the tablets that I have, all the equipments, from my cell phone to my computers to my PC, everything. Nilock out ko yung sarili ko. I log it out. Okay. Now, when you log it out, there's a way for you to get in using those steps that were given to you in the past. That is my second suggestion to you. When you log in, you asked for a double or two identification way, because a lot of times we just put our password, right? Now, all these programs, all these channels are asking now if you want to participate in their two steps authentication. I suggest highly you do that. And what it is, it's not only you put your password, your newly created password, but it will also alert that particular equipment they're using if it was you who are signing in. Di ba ang galing? Kasi if it's just password, what if they already had an opportunity or have the opportunity to have your password, or they were able to change it? Now, without the second authenticity or second step of actual identifying your identity, they could easily get into your account. Pero kung nakapasok sila using your password, pero yung second identification process, hindi nila kayang go in. Why? Because the particular equipment, yung cellphone mo, yung computer mo, is in your possession. Diba? Ang galing, ang galing. So I highly suggest, one, if you can and you should log off from your whatever you're using, Yahoo, Google, Messenger. I know it's they would say masyadong hassle to go in, out, in, out, in, out. But for your protection, that's one thing that I would suggest. Second, do the two steps identification authentication. They call it two-step authentication, and you could see that on your settings. And if you are not familiar with that, ask a friend who's kind of computer savvy, or you could text me or call me and I'll walk you through the process. Okay, ito yung mga nakakaano pa. Okay, yung mga nagte-text sa akin. So let me explain pa. Okay, let's show the other. And okay, this is what I did. Nung nag-log off na ako, then I went in again, and then I changed everything, meaning my password. And when you are able to successfully change your password from your Yahoo, your Google, your Messenger, kasi most of them are interconnected. Pero what you do is I know it's tedious, but you go from one program to another. So I'll show you what I discovered. Because once you're already able to retrieve you get back hold of your particular program. Like in my case, yung Yahoo Mail ko, nakuha ko uli. And this is what I found out. The thing is, when I sign up before, do sa two identification process, maglalagay po, there's a window where you could check the activities that went on with that particular account. And let me show you that because I took a screenshot of that. Okay, if you look at that, it says access account key deleted. You go from down. It says there muna, di ba? It says passkey created, passkey. Ako yung nagdi-delete. Imagine this particular scammer or scammers, they were able to get hold of my password and they were able to put their own passkey. There's always a key to make it, kasi di ba, there's a way naman to make everything shortcut. And minsan yung shortcut na yan, that's what gets us into trouble. Tapos tingnan mo, even email added. So, Yo, can you highlight that? Imagine on that particular account, they were able, this particular email was able, whoever the scammer is, at mahahanap din kita, mahahanap ka ng NBI at lagot ka talaga. Kasi itong mga to, there's a way of the NBI doing a reverse search. Imagine this particular individual was able to add his email. Kasi di ba, if you're familiar with a mail, with emails, meron kayong nagkikreate kayo ng parang backup email. And see, did you see that? This email, which is not my email, was added to my account. This agish940@gmail.com. It was, it says there, it was added an hour ago. Imagine while I was sleeping, they're doing something with my account. So it came from Poblacion, Northern Mindanao, Philippines. And I'm in Manila or in Quezon City, and that's not going to happen, right? So that particular one. So take note of that, guys. This agish940@gmail.com. This was the account that was added to my backup email. So they were able to get into that for some reason or another. They were able to add their email. And since they were able to add their email, Yahoo must have given them an authority because it seems like that particular email is the backup email for my account. Okay? Now, so the way to do it is when you get your two steps identification, you could log them out. So parang naghahabulan kami. Kasi whenever I log them out, they log in. Whenever when I saw them. So you could, it's so, in a way, it's scary in some way because may access na sila sa account mo for some reason. So nung nilog out ko yung particular yung AGISH940, nakakapasok pa rin siya kasi nakaroon siya ng key to my account, right? And nakita ko yung second attempt naman nila, nag-log in sa Cruz na Ligas in Quezon City, which is like close to UP Diliman in Quezon City. So na-log out ko na naman. So naghahabulan kami. Until nung pumasok na yung, nag-effect na yung second password ko na masyadong mahaba na it would be so difficult to penetrate. So look, Yo, see like they say, device notification enable. See all that? Those are not mine, pero I was able to disable one of them all after the other. Yo, can you send can you show the second now? The second slide. And this is actual thing happening. So I was up from dawn until midday of that particular day because I was trying to get everything out. So look at that. They were able to put a password change na hindi ako nag-change, right? Because nahanap ko lang. Pero nung nag-effect na yung pag-effect ko ng password, eto pa nangyari. I got a phone call kasi based on that identification, yung sa two steps identification, you have to give your phone, yung phone na ginagamit mo, which in my case, it's my US phone, right? Now, I got this call, and I think Yo hanapin pakihanap. I got this call, which is it's a missed call. I didn't answer because I don't know who they are. it is coming from the phone call is coming from a WhatsApp. It's another. Wait, hold on. That's why it gets interesting. It's a WhatsApp. Hold on, hanapin ko rin para makita rin niyo. I send it. It's a WhatsApp account, and it's the account is 760. I think I send it to you. Yeah, so it's coming from 780-514-4050. Yo, I sent it last. Okay, and it's coming from a customer service, and it was registered in Canada. And na-text niya ako. Diba? Na-text niya, kasi may whoever the scammer is, ang galing talaga, diba? They were able to even send me a text saying, thank you so much for referring someone to Zoom. I didn't do anything. So they were already pretending right there. So get hold of that, because they're using this number not only to me but to some other number. And of course, just like anything else in the world, they could easily change that. But they are on WhatsApp, and NBI now was alerted, and they're trying to identify, kasi yung mga WhatsApp na yan, nakaka-identify yan kasi nagre-register ka. So kung nakikinig ka, scammer, nako, magpapasko ka talagang. Hopefully, the powers that be would be able to identify your company and who you guys are, at sana rehas ang abutin nyo itong Pasko na to. So they were able to call and text me at the same time, because I didn't pick up. That's why if you look at that text again, it was all missed call. Kasi I didn't pick up. I don't know that number. It's an unknown number, and it's important that when you receive calls from an unknown number na hindi nakaregister, do not pick them up. Kasi there's a way for them. And I was told by the powers that be, pag sagot mo pala ng hello, especially when you say yes, nagtitrigger agad yun. Ang galing talaga ng mga scammers. So, what I am, my suggestion number 3, if you receive a call from a unknown source, do not answer, because if these are friends of yours or people who got hold of or who wants to talk to you, they always can leave a voicemail message or a text message, but do not pick up. If it's coming from an unknown number or number that you're not familiar with, do not pick up. Let them ring, let them make a missed call, because once you pick up that phone, it could trigger them to be able to access your account. Okay, I don't know how to do it. I'm not a techie person. I am a good tech person to some point. But as you know, these bad people, this bad element in our society, they're very smart, and they could really do a big number on you. Okay, so what I did was I changed all the passwords of all my sign-in login way of doing things. Change them. I did all these 2 steps identification or authentication, and siyempre nangyari, medyo napaparanoid na ako. Tapos I'll show you how you would detect if your Facebook friends were already compromised. I'll show you 2 versions of that. If you're familiar and you're using Facebook, the original Facebook would have, it says friends, and it would say message, and it will have a hand that says poke. Yo, can you show that as well? And hopefully you can you can see that. It's a messenger post. Okay, and while Yo is looking for that. Oh, there you go. Yeah. If you look at your messenger from your friends, I remove all the friends there. It would say, if your friends, kanya friends tayo, it would say friends, and then message, and then there's a hand, and that is a poke hand. If you click on that, it will poke your friend, right? So this is safe, meaning, pag ganyan yung itsura nung page ng Facebook page ng friend nyo, hindi nako-compromise. Meaning, itong particular friend mo, Joe, can you show that again, please? If you see that on the profile page of your friend na ganyan yung itsura, it means malinis. It's a clean Facebook page. However, yung mga kaibigan kong nakatanggap nung scam attempt, ito yung susunod ang magiging itsura. It will remove the message. Okay, go ahead. There's an answer page. Look, and you would see the difference. It would say friends, and then wala na yung message. Poke hand na lang. And guess what? I tested it with a friend because I was talking to her on another line. Sabi ko, i-message mo ako because sabi niya, Josh, naka-online pa ako, nakikita pa kita kasi hindi naman ako, I was not unfollow or unsubscribe, right? So when she texted me, I didn't get that message that she texted. We were on the phone on the other line because it is going to that person who already who was able to have hold of or were able to hold or have an access to my Facebook page, right? So bali yung conversation niya that was supposed to be intended to me, I don't receive it because wala nang message eh. And likewise, I was not able to message that particular person because it does not. This particular page niya, yung profile page niya, wala na. It would not give me access for me to message her, let alone to call her through Messenger. Di ba how smart they are? Di ba nakakainit? So the way I was able to identify who they were able to successfully send a message, supposedly coming from me, yun ang naging access, yun ang naging difference ng malinis na profile picture na hindi pa nila nabigyan ng message, as opposed yung mga nakareceive na ng message supposedly coming from me. So imagine, regardless how good you are in doing your password, talaga itong mga magnanakaw na identity, they could easily do that. So let's show again the clean Facebook profile. Makita mo yung difference ha. Too bad wala kaming split screen right now eh. Pero you could see on it. Can you show that? So yung malinis na Facebook profile, it would have the friends picture, right? And then it would say friends, your friends, and it would say message and the poke hand. The message is where you click, right? When you want to talk to that person, either to call them or to send a message. But yung na-compromise na profile ng kaibigan nyo na already supposedly na hack na nila, this is how it would look when you look at the profile. So, hindi mo talaga mapapansin if you're not very aware on what's going on. No, wala na yung message. You as an individual, where you would not have the chance or even the faculty to be able to message them, let alone call them. The only way you could call them is through your phone, through your line. And that's how the compromised Facebook profile would look like. It would say friends because you're still friends, but it will not allow you to message them because the message now is going to the hacker. Okay? Hopefully that's clear. Okay. Teka, dami pa. Sabi niya, sabi, hello to Gemma, I'm back. Hi Gemma, happy watching, happy viewing. Si Erlinda Golayan Cercado is the mom of the Fourth Impact. Happy viewing sa'yo. Sabi ni Gemma, I'm back. Hi Kuya Josh, how are you po? I miss you Kuya. Correct ka dyan Kuya Josh. Kailangan nating mag-ingat sa mga hackers. Ang brother ko si Joel na hack din ang FB account niya pero agad na recover. Pero may isa nga siyang nakuhanan ng pera na biktima niya talaga. Galit na galit ang kapatid ko, kuya. And this is happening day in and day out. Talagang ang kakapal ng mga mukha ng mga hayop na to talaga. Sabi ni Gilda Cooper, grabe these people. That's what if I don't know phone numbers, dead ma sila. Tama. Pag hindi mo alam yung tumatawag sa'yo at unknown, do not answer. Tama si Gemma. Tapos si June, si June is my cousin-in-law. Sabi niya, yun nga, yung mga talino nila, yung mga talino nila or talento nila, hindi nila gamitin sa mabuting paraan. Baka yumaman pa sila kaysa ganyang pamaraan na ginagawa nila. So true of that. Okay, now, my suggestion is, if you use Messenger, use Yahoo Mail, use Google Mail, when you use it, wag niyo nang pabayaang naka-open lang siya. Because wag na kayong matamad. Don't be lazy. Try to log out. And then when you use it, log on. Okay, I know it's tedious, but at least for your protection. Because once they get hold of your Yahoo or your Google, they could easily go into other things that could have access to your friends list. Okay, secondly, and this is highly recommended, go into your managed profile, whether it's your Facebook page or your Yahoo or your Google or whatever program you're using. Try to my highly suggested comment would be for you to use the 2 steps identification or authentication. And that would mean not only entering your password, your newly created, newly updated password, but it will also give you a prompt. Tatawagan kayo or ite-text kayo to check whether are you logging into that particular equipment. Kasi pag wala pa doon, makikita nyo talaga, which is so scary. Because when I did that at first without the 2 steps, may mga nakalag on na mga devices na hindi akin. So once they get hold of your account, marami nang sila siguro, it's a team of people. One is from Quezon City, the other one is from Davao, the other one is from Mindanao. It's just amazing that they were able to get in to your identity for them to con or to scam your friends list or your friends from your list. Okay. Ay, nako, nakakainit talaga. Okay, now, teka, meron pa. Ayan, sabi pa ni Cesar Ong, ni June Ong, lahat naman ng hindi mo pinaghirapan, madali lang mawala, mauubos lalo na sa galing sa masama. Tama, ang pasakit lang kasi dyan, June, yung mga pinaghirapan natin, yung mga legitimate na talagang we work hard, we created money, legitimately, tapos sila makikinabang lang. And, not to apologize, but sometimes, diba, you worry too much na bakit ang daming sakit sa mundo. Hindi pa itong mga nayupak na to, tamaan, diba? My God, sobrang pangdadaya. They want easy money. Tapos, they pag nahuli, parang mga tupa na parang iyak-iyak and all that. Nako! Nakakagigil talaga kasi naawa ako doon sa mga na-scam doon sa list ko. Luckily, if you know me better, you know how I text. I'm not gonna mention how I do it, but there's a way, and if you know and you've been texting each other, and we've been texting each other, those words will not come from me. Kaya nga yung mga iba kong medyo kilala ako, they already knew na it was that, and they already texted me and asking me if my FB page or my Yahoo Messenger, if those particular programs were hacked. And obviously, medyo kilala nila ako, sabi nila, because the way it was worded, it's not me. Okay? Because it wasn't me. So anyways, bottom line is, bawi ko na po ang aking lahat ng aking addresses, lahat ng aking identification. The only thing that I'm working on is to get yung mga kaibigan ko on my contact list that they were able to get hold of the list. Because I would not know until somebody from your list or from my list, you would text me kasi makikita ko sa profile nyo kung malinis pa yung profile nyo or if your profile on my end had been compromised. Okay? So I show you the difference between a clean profile Facebook page as opposed to a compromised Facebook page. And you, as an individual, hindi mo malalaman yun kasi sa patingin mo, okay lang. Pero when you start getting messages and you look at their profile, that's how it would look. It will not allow you, as an individual, to message that unclean profile anymore because whoever did that, you are not communicating to me, to Josh, but you're communicating to my to the scammer, pretending to be me. Okay. Now, ito pa. Ito yung common ngayon, and I think it's happening globally not only because of the holidays, because now majority of us were using online banking. That's why, as much that these are the times that we are technology driven. Talagang technology can be used as a tool to simplify our life, but it also can be damaging to what is out there. Okay, hold on pakita ko rin sa inyo. So we were able to compile things that are being sent to different people for them to victimize people. Hold on lang tayo. Okay, I'm trying to log in here as well. And hopefully you're learning a lot from this. Okay, hold on. Yan. Yeah, okay. Now, show us, okay, because if you are, especially Filipinos abroad, we're using now, because if you have tie-up here in the Philippines, masyadong rampant po, and the number one bank right now in the Philippines is BDO, okay, or Banco de Oro, which is owned by SM company, right? Now, you will be getting, ito yung common, and I think you could show that it says video on that. You will be getting some text from them. Okay? Like it say, yan, this is so common, guys. It says BDO would like to remind you that 8,115 points in your account will expire today. At ang nakakaloko talaga, you would get this the same day. Kunyari, mag-expire na today, pero mag-expire na rin yung points mo. Whatever points it is with your credit card, sasabihin nila mag-expire na. Now, ang nakakatawa dyan at nakakabaliw, mag-expire today and you're getting this text today. Why they do that? Because they are giving you the sense of urgency para ngayon na. At ito po ang importante. This is my fourth advice to you. Pag may link attached to it, do not click on that link. Again, if you see any links attached to that message, do not click on that link. What you could do is delete that permanently or block whoever sent you that. Okay? Kasi yung mga points na yan, the smart way of doing that is you go to your nearest BDO or bank branch and you show them this and they would gladly tell you, bogus po yan. Hindi kami nagpapadala ng link and then link for that matter. Can you show also the different kinds of links that they say or they send? This scammer. Ang talino talaga mga scammer na to eh. May variation yan. Sometimes they will show you na nanalo ka. You won the prize and you need to call this number and I send you that as well. And I'll show you. Ito po coming from the bank itself because I asked them to send me ways where people like us, you and I, can be con para tayo malinlang sa mga gawain nilang baluktot. Okay? Now, ang papakita po nila sa inyo ay itong mga bagay-bagay na ito. Ito yung siya. Oh. I don't know if you're seeing it. Okay. So, okay. Ito po yung mga coming officially from the banks. Avoid fake alerts. Okay? Ito yung mga klarong nangyayari. And please take note of this. Suspicious account activity. Pag may nakita kayong nag-alert sa inyo yung banko, thinking na banko nyo yon na meron daw nakahack ng account nyo, do not click on any link that for you to call them or to link them because I am positively sure hacker po yun nagko-communicate sa iyo to get hold of your account through you. Okay? Ngayon ang isang very, very common. You will get a text message saying that your account was hacked and you need to clean it up by clicking on a web link or to call a certain number. Do not do that because if you click on that link, they could easily get in to your account. Or if you call that number is not even the bank's number. It's a bogus number that they created to sound like it's the bank that's calling you. Okay, the next one is, kaya nga they acronym it as scam, SCAM. Yung second is the credit rewards. Yung pinakita ko sa inyo na meron daw yung points ko will expire today, so I need to click on that link. If you click on that link, you're giving them permission already to give you all this information. At they're very, very smart, guys. So be aware. And a lot of times they will say, you won a certain award, a certain money. Do not. If you want to be sure, you go to your nearest branch. There's branches everywhere. Even in all parts of the world, you're safer to go inside the branch of that particular bank and inquire from them. And lo and behold, if you do that, people would say the people in the bank would say that's a bogus, that's a scam because they don't do such thing. The third one, A, is for account block. Ito, common din to. You will get messages saying, Mr. So-and-so, please do call this number or click on this link because your account has been blocked. And if you don't do such call or click on this link or this particular link, your account not only will be blocked, it will be suspended or erased. And of course, you thinking na legit yan, mataranta ka kasi paano kung lahat ng or your accounts, your bill payments are linked to that account, matataranta ka talaga. And that's really what's happening right now. Okay, ito yung isang nangyari naman. Money transfer processing. Ayan, yun yung pinakita ko sa inyo na nabiktima yung two of my good friends in Los Angeles. Yun nga yung money transfer processing. And minsan talaga, and a lot of times too, what happened is they will do what we call it phishing. Nagfi-fish that somebody would text you like, hey, you made a purchase at such and such place using a credit card. And like a good friend of mine, sinabi niya, tatawa siya kasi yung credit card na minention, say kunyari Chase o kaya Bank of America, wala siyang account doon. Ang account niya nasa isang bangko na credit union. Pero sinabi sa kanya, click on this link or call this number para maayos yung fraudulent charge. Sabi niya, loko-loko ba to? Are they stupid? Are they crazy? I don't even own an account from that particular bank. So that's what you call phishing. Nag-fish, hoping na paano nga naman kung nagkataon yung kaibigan kong yun, may account doon sa Chase or sa Bank of America or sa say, another bank na na-identify, di ba? Kunyari Union Bank in the Philippines or BDO. Tatawag ka ngayon. That's why my tip to you, my highly suggested tip is if you are not sure, call your particular bank. Ikaw na mismo tumawag. Wag mo mag-click at wag kang tumawag doon sa number na binigay nila. Ikaw na mismo tumawag sa branch, and I would assume if you're a depositor there, they would know you and you would know some people there, an office or whatever. Or if you want really assurance na hindi ka ma-scam, you go directly to the bank, to the branch, and show them what you got and what you received. Okay? So again, yung way of they're doing right now na well-known is suspicious account activity. The next one is the credit reward na nanalo ka raw o mawawala yung credit points mo. Tapos yung account mo raw is your account or your accounts are blocked, and the money transfer processing. Yun yung nakita, yun ang ginamit dun sa mga kaibigan ko, yung money transferring processing, that you will get a reward for referring. But ang tip number 5, fifth tip ko sa inyo, do not give at any cost your password or your OTP. Yung OTP is your code to anybody. Okay? Kasi yung banko kasi very smart na eh. If you're trying to do with you're trying to change or do anything with your account, they automatically would send you an OTP or a code, a bank code, that kayo lang nakakalam at nakalagay doon, do not share or do not give it out to anybody. At yun, pag nabigay mo yun, nako, talaga ma-access nila all your accounts. At who knows what other things they are capable of to get all the money that you have in your bank. Okay, now I'll show you. Teka, sabi ni Gilda, thank you Gilda. Sabi ni Gilda, good, thank you, good tips. Yes. Now, let's show some of the not tips, but some of the messages para makita ng ating audience. Yung mga listeners, please, I know it's difficult for you to understand some of the things we're talking about because you need to see it visually. So please, if you have a chance to log in to our website or to our FB page or to YouTube channel, please look at these different scenarios because hopefully it doesn't happen to you, or you have not been scammed, or you are not victimized yet, but it is, I'm pretty sure one of these days, kasi even I didn't know that computer savvy na ako to a certain point. I didn't know that magiging victim ako. I guess it's timely na almost na victim ako dahil para it would be a content that I could use to share with all of you. Okay, paki-setting natin yung iba-ibang messages na pinadala ko. Yan, ito, yan. BDO stop scam. This is coming from BDO itself. At kaya, this is always a reminder. This new year, we're coming up with 2026. Make it a resolution to ignore emails with links or calls asking for an OTP. OTP po yung code. You not only you get a text, but sometimes you even get an email from a friend. Kasi yung friend mo nagpadalang email, na-hack na yung kanyang email account. So magmumukha talagang legit, right? Commit to not clicking links or sharing your OTP. That is like the ultimate suggestion I have for you. Pag nagtanong at ibibigay daw yung OTP, yung code, or click ka, do not. Okay, next slide please, Ito, another suggestion. Mag-ingat sa text na may link kahit galing sa BDO. Kasi minsan, kasi this is a BDO alert. Minsan, say galing sa BPI, or it's coming from Chase, coming from Union Bank, coming from Bank of America, from all other banks. Because it really looks legit and it sounds legit. Gumamit ng fake sell site ang scammer to spend the scam text. Don't click links. Again, do not click links. And I think that after talking to the NBI people here in the Philippines, do you know yung kanilang fake sell site, nasa kotse lang nila? And that's how great technology is happening now. Yung mga sell site nila, it's in their car. So roving sila. Habang tumatakbo, nakukuha nila yung different password and all that. How they do it, it behooves me, talagang nakakabaliw on how they do things para lang maka-scam, makaloko, makanakaw ng pera natin. At ingat-ingat lang. Okay, next slide please. Ito pa, okay. Ingat sa fake rewards. Yan, sinabi ko na kanina. Or 0 points redemption scam. Pag hiningi ang iyong OTP, ayan na naman, yung code na naman, username or password, scam yan. Kasi dapat, kung talagang BDO ang tumatawag sa inyo, dapat kilala nila kung sino ka, nasa kanila yung records. At pag naalam na nila naman at ang tumawag sa iyo, parang hindi nila kumpleto. Tatanong, ano po yung phone number nyo? What is your phone number? Or we don't have the complete account number or account letters. Can you give it to us? Do not. Kasi things like that, that's already an alert. It's a high alert that yung kausap nyo, scammer, at ang maganda dyan, they would speak your language. If you are an English speaker, they would speak to you in English. And if they kind of sense that you are a Tagalog speaker, sasabihin, Tagalog, Pilipino po kayo, tapos sa Tagalog ka. Ito yung one tip naman na call center. They are not allowed, okay? They are prohibited. Yung mga call center, mga BPO, na ginagamit ngayon ng mga US company, they are not to speak to you in the language that is common to you. Nga kunyari, Pilipino ka, tumatawag sa'yo ay nagtatagalog. No po yan. The only way they will speak to you in Tagalog, or maybe a little of Tagalog, kapag may permission yan ng mga supervisor. And that's the thing. They are required to speak to you in English. Unless kayong nakatanggap ng tawag, I would request na magtagalog because for some reason maybe hindi ka masyadong versed in the English language or hindi mo maintindihan, but they always, if you're not too sure, ask for a supervisor. At pag nagtanong na ng username mo, nagtanong na ng tamang pangalan mo, legal name, nagtanong na ng social security number mo, nagtanong na ng email addresses mo, these are common things that they would ask, pero scammer po yun because if they are legitimate company calling you, dapat may records na sila nun. Because we give that out when we sign up for that particular bank. Next slide, please. Yeah, another BDO. Ang daming kasi sa BDO being the number one bank in the Philippines. Ito po, at ito yung nangyayari across the globe. And maybe it's not coming from BDO, it's coming from another bank of yours, whether in different parts of the world, almost the same ang messaging. Huwag magpadala sa pananakot o pag-engganyo na tawag mula sa di kilalang tao. Baba ang telepono, huwag ibigay OTP, ano man ang kapalit o alok. A lot of times, they will make you feel guilty. Nasayang naman yung $100 kung hindi mo makukuha, mawawala ito. Hindi na to. This is a one-time deal. You need to make sure na sayang naman, or they will make you feel guilty, or tatakutin ka, naku, pag hindi mo tinawag ito, hindi ka nag-click, mawawala yung account mo, mahirapan ka ibalik. There's always ways and means for them to really get into your core, to get into you believing that they are legitimate people. Okay, so again, wag mag-click, wag tumanggap ng tawag na yung at pag nag-text sa'yo at hindi ka sure, you go to a branch. Okay, next. Paganda ng paganda ang ating mga scenarios. Okay, meron pa? Meron pa yan. Yan din. Got an OTP kahit di naman, ito maganda to, ito yung tatawag kong phishing. You got an OTP kahit di naman nag-log in o nagbayad. Mukhang may sumusubok mang-scam sa'yo o tumawag sa, ayan, binigay pa ang phone number, right? Sasabihin nila, oh, we got a message na you paid a certain amount to a certain person or a certain company, at alam mong you didn't do that. Or biglang may papadala, or your OTP for Facebook is such and such, or your OTP or your code for a certain bank is such and such. Please call this number. Do not. Especially pag alam mong, hindi automatic, what you do, go to your nearest branch. Okay? Because definitely that phone number they have listed, that is not the bank's or that company's number. That is it's connected or attached to the scammers. Yung mga hayop na scammers na yan. Okay, next. Yan, ito maganda to. Ito naman, kasi panay BPO na tayo, di ba? BPDO. Ang BPI is notorious for that too. Ito, ako mismo nakatanggap nito. That's why I show it to you. BPI would like to remind you that 6,553 points in your account will expire today. And I got it the same day. O yan, November 12 ko na-get. Sabi ko, ano mag-expire? Unang-una, yung 6,553 na yan, that's a bogus number kasi mas marami pa yung points ko and I could check it online using my own account, right? So alam mo ng phishing and bogus na yan. O yan, pinapaklik ako sa, di ba, napaka-legit ng dating. It says BPI, tap, then online. When you click on that for sure will go to another website na hindi connected sa BPI or Bank of the Philippine Islands. Tapos ayan pa, yung sinabi rin way of doing scanning. Nung hindi pa nasayahan, another text came from them. Redeem your rewards now. Visit, ayan, website na naman. Okay? Same. If you look at the website, it's the same thing to redeem your points. Kasi nga, if I don't redeem that points, that very moment, that very day, ma-face out na yung points. Mawawala na. And that's not true because points, they don't disappear. You could always wait. There's always a way for the branch to extend it if it's already expiring. At normally, iba po yung talagang legitimate way of finding out on when or these points. And a lot of points from banks, from the credit cards, they're non-expiring. Normally, hindi po agad-agad. And the alert will happen few months prior to expiration. And I think that's common for mga airlines company, mga rewards nila. Okay, next pa. There's one more. Ayan, ito. Ito, very, very personalized pa. Sabi niya, Josh, here are some BPI cyber securities to protect your account against scammers. Okay, these are mga babala, abiso, or warnings. Never share your ATP or your code. 16-digit card number, which is your credit card number, expiry date, 3-digit at the back of your, or that we call it CVS. Okay, or yung code, okay, and your BPI online login. Okay, because if they're asking all these questions, you got to remember, if they're legitimate company or banks, they should have that information. Okay. Second, check the legitimacy of the message or the message you get. We no longer embedded clickable links. Lahat po ng mga links na connected sa bank in the Philippines, hindi po nila ginagamit. Wala na silang link na ginagamit. Yung mga to text subscribe yung mga ganyan, just be careful. You go to the branch. If anything, you're suspicious, if you're not comfortable, you go to your nearest branch. Yung branch nyo. Kasi do never ever click on any link. Okay, next, I think meron pa may isang mahabang letter pa na it was an offering for a loan na I send. Ito yung latest ngayon na hindi ka naman nag-a-apply ng loan, pero yan, ito nakakatawa oh. Yeah, good day, Mr. Josh Anduit. That's my name. This is Stephanie of BPI Forbes Spark. Okay? I'm reaching out to you to personally invite you to apply for an auto housing loan. Hindi po ako nag-a-apply. At wala naman akong need kasi may bahay naman yung nanay ko at may kotse rin kami. Okay? Pero for some reason, I have a feeling ito yung part of yung na corrupt o na scam yung email ko as well as. So ito yung mga tapusin mo. Please let me know when we could assist you or you have any question. You may contact me. Okay, at such a number or you may drop by at BPI Forbes Spark branch. So, di ba, if you look at it, it sounds legitimate. It sounds like, oh, maybe it's coming really from that branch. And firstly, yung BPI account ko, it's not coming from that branch. I belong to BPI, but not that branch. So whether it's true or not, the best way really is if you're not sure, just go to that branch. Okay? Next, I think meron pa yatang isa. Ayan, ito pa. Ayan, ito yung mga exclusive offer. Be careful with this. Sabi niya, exclusive offer. You have special access, Josh. O, di ba? Alam na alam ang pangalan ko. Apply for a BPI credit card just in 3 minutes via the award-winning application form. No document needed or documents needed. No paperwork. No lines. No hassle, right? Simply log in to BPI app or BPI online and open the inbox, envelope, icon, and smart. Okay, tapos ay yung mga phone number. Okay, bogus po yan. Kasi if you really want to apply for a credit card, you could always apply it inside the branch. Okay, kasi yan, okay, just for this particular show, I tried nung tumawag. They got hold of my number in Manila and they I play it alone now that I have already an experience, right? So they asking, oh, Mr. Anduit, the number that we call, is this your number? I said, oh, yes. Okay, kasi yun ang number ko talaga, listed sa BPI. Tapos they said, oh, you have this and this credit card with them. And then sabi ko, you should know better. Then I ended playing with them na. I was like, oh, then why are you asking me that? Diba? If you're from BPI, you would have my account. You have my account and you have my information. Oh, we just want to verify. I said, no, then this is not the way to verify it because firstly, I'm not interested. If you are legitimately from BPI, you would know the credit cards that I have. Tapos secondly, your company, BPI, already told us not to call, especially, why would you call? Why would you call us? The depositors when we could easily apply online through the branch. Okay, so laging tapos pag medyo na alam nilang you are already knowledgeable, they're scammer, I'm pretty sure they will hang up on you. Magbabaksak sila. At tapos hindi pa yan. Hindi pa natatapos doon. Another person will call you maybe a day or two asking for the same thing na, oh, congratulations, you're a depositor pala of BPI. Ikaw, you play alone, okay? Kasi ito, laro na lang for me. Then you kind of like said, talaga? Oh, okay, now. Tapos sabi, oh, ano po, pwede kayo, tulungan namin kayo. We'll offer you up to 5 million. 5 million pesos or something amount in dollars if you're getting this call from the US and it looks enticing pero di ba imagine mo sino in this particular scenario would give you 5 million pesos or say $20,000 credit line na no documentation, no lines, walang kailangang application needed other than online. Meaning when you talk to them. And they would even, ito pa, ipupush pa nila. Oh, if you, to make it easier, you could just take a picture of your ID. Kami na pong bahala. That's a no-no. Because once you give your driver's license, your barangay ID, your voters, they already have more information about you. They could easily use it for their own purpose and to gain more access to your account. Yun. Yo, is there anything else we missed on the slides? Okay, so those are the slides. Again, let's show again the tips that was given by the banks here. Yung scam, SCAM. Para yung mga huling mga dami pumasok. Si John Gabriel. Hey, hello John. Welcome. Tapos si Roy Nick Hernandez is watching as well. Si John Gabriel sabi niya, hola. Hola is Spanish for hello. Hola as well. Ayan. So, in summary, okay, avoid this fake alerts. One, they called it a scam, SCAM. One is suspicious account activity that they pretend that there's activity going in your account. You have to click on this link or you call this number. Do not do such. Two, yung C is for credit rewards. You're being given a credit because you refer someone else, or you did something good with your account, or you've been with them for the longest time, and you click on this account so you could avail of the money either in peso or in dollars. Do not do that such thing as well. Do not click. Do not call. If anything else, go to that branch or to any branch of that particular account or bank where you have your account with. Tapos yung account block, yan yung nananakot when they're telling you your account will be suspended, it's blocked, or somebody, it's a funny thing is that will even tell you that your account has been hacked. Pero to clean that up, you have to log into this website or to this link or to call this number. Diba? Kaya ikaw, kung hindi ka aware of this, that's why I like doing this show, this particular episode, because it happened to me. I mean, they were able to get into my account without me giving them codes, without me clicking on their link. But they were able to successfully get into my messenger, and they were able to text majority of my friends, either asking for a remittance advice, or they're asking, pakita ko yung isa, pakita natin later after this, yung nangihingi ako ng pera. O humihiram ako ng pera. Okay, ito yun. Pag may link, ito yun. Ito yun. If there's a link attached to that, do not click on any of the link, let alone call that number. If you're if you're scared, or you're too afraid, or if you're even unsure, my advice is, one, do not click, do not call, go to that branch. Any branch, if it's BPO, Chase, BOA, Wells Fargo, go to that branch and inquire from them personally and directly. Yung last, it came from a good friend of mine from Houston, Texas. Yung message niya, hindi yung kung may alam daw akong message remittance or money remittance. At tapos sabi, pagpadala, I mean, they're asking that friend of mine na magpadala ng pera dahil hindi nga ako makapagpadala because of limit. Yan, here we go. Sabi niya, his name is Larry. Sabi niya, hi Larry, kamusta? May itatanong, di ba? Yung same messaging. Tapos di sumagot si Larry kasi inaanak ko to eh. Sabi niya, Remitly po ginagamit ko. Okay, I'll tell you more about that. Tapos sabi niya, wala akong naging problema pa sa layout. So sumagot si Larry. Nung sumagot si Larry, hindi ko nare-receive yan. Ang kausap na niya, yung nagpre-pretend to be Josh, right? Okay. Tapos biglang sumagot ngayon yung nagpre-pretend, which Larry being my inaanak, he knows me really well. Sabi niya, pwede bang magpa-transfer sa'yo? Meaning gagamitin si Larry. Babayaran ko na lang bukas. Di pa ako makapag-transfer kasi may limit. See, Larry knows me really well. The husband and wife, they really know me well. Firstly, that message, may mga sinabi diyan na hindi pwedeng mangyari sa totoong buhay. So I'm not giving you that because it's online. Anyways, so yung mga talagang nakaka-converse. Now, ito pa yung masakit. Another friend of mine, ang sinabi niya, parang si Larry, ang sinabi niya, Remitly. Would you know, after typing Remitly, parang yung nangyari sa Zoom, tumawag using a certain number, hindi ko nakuha yung number, pretending to be Remitly, which is another money transmittance or money transfer company. that's being used worldwide. Nagpretend na sila ay from Remitly. Okay? At same thing, same modus, yung sinabi yung mga past transfers na ginawa nung kaibigan ko, telling them na, di ba nagta-transfer ka pala sa Cabanatuan, nagta-transfer ka sa Baguio, ganyan. So parang legit. Same thing nung kinuwento ko sa inyo about sa Zoom.com, di ba? So now, the question that NBI would be checking is, nakahack ba nila ang mainframe ng Remitly and Zoom? The reason why I ask is because one of my good friend, ang sagot niya, Western Union. Pagkasagot niya ng Western Union, hindi na sumagot yung scammer. So obviously, wala silang purpose kasi nung sinabi nung kaibigan ko, ang ginagamit niya, Josh, ang ginagamit ko ay Western Union. Wala, hindi na. It was a deadline. Wala nang message, wala nang reply. Because feeling ko or feeling ng NBI here, ang may access lang sila is Remitly for now as well as Zoom.com. So, and sorry to Zoom.com and Remitly, I think you need to check on your company. It was not intended to hurt your company because, again, like what I said, I'm just telling a story that would happen. Maybe it's something that you need to look at your security system because evidently we don't know whether it's from the inside or na-compromise din yung system nyo. But your company, in this particular case, Remitly, as well as Zoom, are the companies that were being used or had been used to target the people on my contact list, pretending these scammers are pretending to you. So again, it was not deliberate for me to mention your company or to hurt your reputation, but I'm just stating what happened to these scammers and to the scam or itong pangloloko, pangbubudol nila that they tried to do to some of my friends. Okay? So hopefully you guys get a lot from this episode. It was intended talaga for, siguro it's a divine providence, it's a destiny that i-mention ko ito because the holiday season is just around. Masyadong marami pong manloloko ngayon kasi everybody wants to get hold of the money that they didn't work upon and they didn't work hard. They just want easy money using our own accounts. So be careful. So again, in summary, one, never ever click on any link that was sent to you. Two, instead of calling the number that they provided, go to your nearest branch, the bank branch, or marami po namang banko na you could just walk in and show that number. And I pretty guarantee those are bogus numbers. Third, do sa mga Zoom natin or mga anything that you need to log in. And then I like Yahoo Mail, Google Mail, Facebook. I know it's tedious. I know it's taxing. I know it's a bala. Pero do not leave this program open. When you are done, log out. When you want to go in, log in. And when you log in, try to look for that manage account on your right-hand side screen. And there's a option there that would say, security activity, past activity, you could see what's going in with your account. And those are all provided for. So try and also do that 2 steps identification or all authentication. Because like what I said, not only you were asked to put your password that you created, at the same time, it will alert you through your equipment, to your cell phone or to your Mac or to your PC, if you are that individual logging in. Makakuha man itong scammer na to ng inyong password or they were able to that, but the phone and the equipment is with you unless ninakaw din yung phone mo o nanakaw yung cellphone mo because there's no way na marireceive nila yung message ng either Yahoo Mail, Google Mail, Messenger na hindi ikaw ang may hawak ng cellphone. Okay? So that's hopefully you guys got some tips and please ay nako, it's scary to be involved in such scam. Secondly, nakakainit ng ulo, nakakanginig ng laman because these people are just dirt of the earth. Sabi nga, maggot of the earth. lowest than lowest as a creature. Ang masakit pa talaga, they're Filipinos. At least yung nangyari dito sa particular case ng Filipinos. Okay? And they speak Tagalog, and di ba ang kapal ng muka? Ang dami, and I know, please don't call me. I always pray na ang dami-daming sakit sa mundo. Bakit hindi pa sila mga tamaan, mga nahiupak na to? Di ba? But anyway, yun po ang ating messaging for today. I pray for good health for everybody. Christmas is like 20, less than 20 days na lang to go. At sana itong mga scammers na to matauhan, because karma is digital. It might not happen to them personally, but it will happen to their family and to their children. At ang wish ko po talaga matauhan na ito. There's other ways of making money through hard work and to blessings from God. Yung manloloko niyan, nako, I don't know how you are able, if you're watching Scammer Ka and you will hear this, I don't know how you are able to feed your family, let alone your children, ng mga bagay na pinapakain mo sa pagwawalangya mo, sa pagkikita mo ng paggawa ng masama, pag-scan mo, especially sa mga elderly people natin. I don't know how you live with yourself. Talaga mang ganun na kadumi ng budhi mo. At talagang you're trying very hard to have a passport to hell, di ba? Because yung pag-cheat, pagnanakaw na involved na kalagayan sa 10 Commandments, hindi man ngayon babalik at babalik sa iyo yan. At pagdating ng panahon na bumalik na sa iyo yan at nag-iiyak-iyak ka dyan at kulang na lang lumuha ka ng dugo, good luck to you, Mr. Scammer. Good luck to you. Because I will wish, and by prayers, na sana matauhan na kayo. You, your friends, at yung kumpanya na pinagtatrabahuhan mo. Because what you're doing is wrong, it's ungodly, at demonic, satanic, at moronic. Lahat ng mga bad words, hindi lang talagang habit na magmura. If I could, I would. But I wish you good luck, because at sana in this new year coming up, ma-realize mo na it's not worth scamming people, because at the end of the day, make lakip, there is a corresponding karma would hurt you. And by that time, good luck sa'yo. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, another episode of Alam Mo Ba with Josh Andowit has just been concluded. At sana, I wished and I pray, kung hindi nyo napanood, please do go to YouTube ng PHLB Radio and review the whole thing para maliwanagan kayo, and hopefully, and I pray na hindi kayo ma-scam, and hopefully hindi kayo ma-fall in to the scam alert na pinag-usapan natin dito. At dun sa mga kaibigan ko, friends and family on my contact list, if you receive such message, hindi po ako yun. You could call me directly, as long as you have a Wi-Fi. You could call me, you have my number, at I would tell you definitely it's not me. Una, hindi po ako nanghihingi ng pera sa internet. If kailangan ko manghihingi ng pera o manghiram, I'll do it live. I'll call you personally and I'll go to you personally. Secondly, yung pong mga nanghihingi ako ng information about money remittances, ako po ang nagbibigay ng information, hindi po ako nanghihingi ng information. So, that being said, maraming salamat sa lahat ng nakinig, lahat ng nagsuporta. Hello to Van Dam, Pinasarap. Hi Van Dam, have not seen you for the ages. Hopefully I could see you this time around. But again, let's clean our slate. Let's hope the best for everybody, especially this holiday season. Ingat po tayong lahat dito sa mga walang budhi, mga walang yang scammer na ito. Ang kakapal ng muka. Makapal pa sa makapal. Anyways, hopefully I see you tomorrow. We're going live again tomorrow. It will be another live episode tomorrow for Dear Kuya Josh. And again, I hope that you learned from this particular episode about scammers. And I hope you will be aware at kung meron po kayong mga ibang variation, text it to me so we could talk about it, or you could email me if you want. And of course, I'm local naman. You could easily search. But that is my request and my wish. And as a reminder, every time po na mag-close kami ng show, I always remind people, ito, nako mga scammer, nakinig kayo. I think ito talaga para sa inyo to. Be kind. You can never go wrong with kindness. Nako, hanapan niyo ng kabutihan ng budhi niyo, yung conscience niyo. Then any kind of kindness that you do to people, it will come back to you in so many ways, in so many times, in different situations with different people. Ang reverse mo, no, lahat ng mga kawalangyaan na ginawa mo, ay guaranteed po babalik yan sa'yo. Sa different time, different people, different scenario, babalik at babalik kaya babalikan ka sa mga kawalangyang ginawa mo. And when you wake up in the morning, choose to be happy. That will set the stage, or it will set the whole mood of the whole day. At ang lastly po, be grateful. Dahil things happen for a reason, kaya siguro na partly na-scam ako is because for me to have a content na mag-share sa inyo, especially yung mga taong masyadong trusting. Yun na lang po ang tinitingnan ko. At na-save naman po, may a little glitch pa rin. At doon sa mga scammer, nako, tingin-tingin sa likod, baka mamaya dampot na kayo ng NBI or FBI. Tingin-tingin lang. Diba? Mahirap mabuhay sa mundo na lagi kang takot. Mahirap mo maglakad sa kalye na hindi mo alam ang next move mo. Baka madampot ka na lang at magpasko kang maghihimas ng rehas. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope whatever is left of the weekend, enjoy it with your family, friends, significant others. And hanggang sa muli, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow with a brand new episode at Dear Kuya Josh. Maraming salamat for everybody who tuned in sa Alam Mo Ba today. And please do share this particular show, this particular episode, because this is very timely. It is informative, if I may say myself, because like what I said, I'm so informed already about things like this, nakalusot pa rin. So they have ways and means talaga to get into our data, to get into our personal websites. Talaga pong like what Jun Ong was saying, sana yung katalinuhan nila, ginagamit nila sa kabutihan at hindi sa kawalangyaan. And with that, I pray for the good Lord to bless all of us, and you have a wonderful week, whatever is left of that, and a wonderful next week. Let's be good. Let's just be nice and be as wonderful as a person, because you never know when your time comes up. With that, maraming salamat po. Looking forward to seeing many more episodes of Dear Kuya Josh and Alam Mo Ba with Josh and Wit. Looking forward to seeing you next time. At maraming salamat for all the support you're giving my shows as well as THLB Radio. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye everybody.